Hey everybody, welcome to the Locator Lounge. If you guys haven't been to the channel before, my name is Chris. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button so that you guys can stay up to date. But today we are in the garage and we are working on the Celica. So we've been getting a lot of things buttoned up in this engine bay, trying and just inching closer to getting started. You know, I've got a lot of friends, I got a lot of family that are watching this channel and stuff, and you know, this poor car has been sitting for 12 years. I haven't driven this car in 12 years. It's just been, you know, I'll be perfectly honest, it's because I'm scared to work on it. I get crippled because so much of the stuff that I'm doing is custom. And so I'm always just distracting myself with another project. But we have been grinding slowly, just doing little things, getting the carburetors bolted on. Obviously having the engine in is a huge success. But I've been working on little things, getting fuel lines attached. We did the install for the ignition system. And so today we're continuing to just kind of work through that. Things that we're missing. So the starter is fully connected. The ignition system is hooked up. What we need now is the cooling system. So we're gonna go ahead and unbox the radiator. I've got a Koyorad radiator, aluminum that's gonna be going into the car. It's purpose built for this car, so it bolts right in. So we're gonna go ahead and unbox that, get that mounted into the car and connect the hoses. We've also got to go ahead and put some gaskets on the header. I'm sure we're going to find other things that I'm missing and overlooking, but let's go ahead and get that radiator unboxed. So as I said, we've got a Koyorad radiator. This is going to be an aluminum performance radiator. I bought this thing forever ago. So the fact that we're finally getting in the car, super excited. So let's go ahead and get this thing opened up. Yeah, love that painted logo on the fins there. So the quality of this radiator is just awesome. I mean, you know, the welds, the stamping, the factory mounts that are on here. This thing is great. So you've got, I believe that these are going to be mounts for the factory fan shroud, which I'm not planning to run that one, but we'll see. I mean, we'll bolt it on and see how it looks. Right now, the goal is, I'm not even sure I'm going to be putting the fan on. We're just going to put the radiator in and get this thing hooked up and plumbed. So yet again, I'm getting ahead of myself. One of the things that you want to do always on these old cars, you want to clean your hardware. So these bolts I've got all cleaned up, and that's great. But the other thing that you want to do is you want to chase the holes on the car, because these guys, they're going to be full of rust. So you want to get yourself a thread chaser and clean those out so that you don't end up honestly stripping the threads on these holes and stuff on an older vehicle. So I've talked about using a thread chaser before. Again, super simple. You're just going to run this through, and you want to use this instead of a thread tap, because that may actually cut your threads. And honestly, these are pretty clean. It looks like I might have already done this. So if you can run it through by hand, that means it's nice and clean. And so yeah, these are in great shape. And we're all usually pretty impatient, but I don't recommend using power tools on these, because again, if you hit this and you put a power tool on it, you're just going to end up pulling the threads. So this one's getting a little tight. Run that all the way through. And that's it. So definitely use a thread chaser so you don't end up stripping threads on your old project. All right, now that we've got those holes cleaned up, let's get this radiator in. Goodness gracious, that thing is beautiful. We've got some nice Mishimoto hose clamps, and we've got to trim. We've got to trim this hose into place. So you want to set this in place and take a look at where you're cutting. You don't want to make sure that you're not going to cut it too short. So this side, I just want to take a tiny bit off because I don't want this elbow being so close here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim a little off of here. So now that's going to fit better there, and then we're going to cut this guy here. And before you put your hose on, make sure you get your clamps. Let's go ahead and run these down some so it's not so big. Get our hose attached. Don't forget your other hose clamp. We'll finish tightening those with a wrench. Now the second hose should be more of a direct fit given how formed it is. So let's make sure that we've got our hose clamps ready. We got that on. Let's get the upper connection done. And there we have it, guys. For the first time in years, we have got a radiator connected to the motor. We will get this filled up another time. I've got an overflow. I'm going to go ahead and get that bolted in as well. And we're going to go ahead and move some of this wiring, get this out of the way of the engine. Be sure to hit that subscribe button so you can see this thing get fired up. We'll see you guys next time.